afternoon, everyone. For Hampshire Music Service, the children, teachers, parents, schools and local communities are both our clients and our audiences. And this is the story of how we've grown that audience through the art of singing. 10 years ago, we were doing what most music services do. We were teaching individuals and small groups in schools and running local area choirs. And indeed, we still do this. These are the Winchester Young Voices in rehearsal. As well as area choirs, we had, and still have, a county children's choir and a county youth choir, with young people drawn from across the local authority. This is the county youth choir, on tour on Vancouver Island in Canada a few years ago. The next slide, when it turns up, is of our area festivals. And here, we're not just getting individual children together in a choir, but we're putting children together from classes and from clusters of schools in our area vocal festivals. And the person you see leaping around at the front is our vocal coordinator, Anne George. Now, all of this requires support, work behind the scenes, and here are some of our resources. On the right-hand side, some of our traditional things, the paper-based things, the CDs, the equipment, but we're moving increasingly over to the left-hand side, a lot of web-based materials and online resources. Back in the noughties, a major government initiative was Wider Opportunities, which we branded Listen to Me, L2M, a chance for every primary child to learn a musical instrument or to sing. And such was the growth that this week 35,000 children in Hampshire will have had a music service experience. And Sing Up was part of that national initiative. And as area leaders, we focused on professional development for singing leaders, there they are jumping about in the Holiday Inn, and validating the Sing Up School Award Scheme. And George again, bottom right. A further branch of Sing Up is Vocal Force, and this took us to Fareham and Gosport to work in more depth in a small geographical area. And this is the final performance in the Farnham Hall back in February of this year. As part of Sing Up, we've worked in schools with children as well as with teachers. Do you remember that one? In our playground games session, we train lunchtime supervisors, dinner ladies to you and me, to sing with the children as well. And continuing with workforce development, our lunchtime singing in the castle, which is coming up in a minute, for Hampshire County Council employees has proved immensely popular and helped many adults to rediscover their voice. Again, it's audience and participant joining as one. If the audience or the participants can't come to us, then we go to them. Last weekend, we went to Naomi House to do a weekend session of singing with some of the young people there. And last year, we went to the Sunbeams Respite Centre up in the northeast of the county. And for the special schools, we have events in the Farnham Hall each year. A specialist on our team has trained to work with the deaf and set up a singing and signing choir in Basingstoke. And earlier this month, they performed with other signing choirs from across the country up at an event in London. Still in London, and now in the Albert Hall in 2009, here we have 600 performers at the last night of the school proms, playing to an audience this time of 5,000. In a newly commissioned piece by Stephen McNeff, The Darwin's Dilemma. Growing our audience means not just working alone. Here, we're in partnership with Winchester College, a community choir, a secondary school, and its feeder primaries from the Fair Oak area, in a performance of Vivaldi's Gloria, held in Winchester College last year. Another established partner is the University of Winchester, who've carried out research for us in our Listen to Me programme but also been a partner in musical productions, the first of which was Step Into the Picture, with Southern Symphonia, based on Paul Force's artwork and performed with hundreds of children in the Anvil in Basingstoke. When we combine art forms as well as partners, our clients and audience expand even more. Here are two such multi-arts projects seen in rehearsal: Noah's Flood by Britain in the Bottom, and a piece called Sea Woman, composed by the students themselves as well. Here we have another collaboration, this time with the Choir Schools Association, Pilgrim School and the Cathedral Choristers, for an afternoon workshop with schools from the Andover area. On the 1st of July this year, we were back in the cathedral and opened the Winchester Festival. We had singers from a school community choir, a local choral society, and those two international soloists in the top corner, all accompanied by the Hampshire Youth Orchestra in a Mahler symphony. And here we're going to welcome the world. Hampshire's going to welcome the world in a year-long cultural Olympiad project with partners from across Hampshire, culminating in 5 outdoor events. The Winchester Singing event in and around the cathedral on the 24th of April will then go global through web links to schools across the continents in the summer of 2012. So that's been our vocal journey, from the individual child singing to an international project with a potential audience and participants of millions. Thank you.